and a Keeper of the Light.
Yeah, but
Good luck doing that.
Hey, you're lucky to just end that game without throwing, right? I mean, so.
Reversing a Coddle, you know, he's just sitting high ground, spamming Illuminate. Good luck pushing into that.
Yeah.
You have ROTK up top pushing out the waves and then
Yeah.
turning on the car. Everyone gets on the bus and tries to go home from that. But it felt like a bit of a technicality. I guess that might be kind of annoying, but at some point they had seized very total map control, and it was very difficult to
It
fight.
never really felt like they were going to lose, even though there were some minor
Yeah.
nuisances. Like Pudge got ganked and then they Dark Rift out. Oh, well, you lost to Pudge. Yeah, he's a pretty big gold target when he had that Acceptor pull, but not a big, it wasn't any game-changing pickoffs.
They banned the
Interesting.
Warlock themselves.
Yeah, that team loves picking Warlock. Fly is a beast on that. What warrants a Warlock ban from OG?
So does VG.J.
Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
And OG have first pick, so they're hoping they can get like some really high value hero there. They're not normally first picking a Warlock necessarily, so
Oh, okay.
perhaps expecting some like Warlock +1 opening from VG.
Yeah, maybe they just understand the strength of the hero, huh? So, okay.
Also saying, VG, do you ban a Keeper? Do you ban a Slardar? It leaves a couple of good first. Do you ban an Earth Spirit?
Yeah.
A couple of
Yes.
solid
Yeah.
first pick options for OG.
You ban the Earth Spirit,
Or
absolutely.
Well,
ban out none of the 3 so you can have 2 of them.
Earth
Aha.
Spirit.
Whoa! They're gonna
The thing
ban-
is, the problem with Earth Spirit is you don't want to play Earth Spirit here, VG.J. You don't, I mean, FY apparently he has been practicing it, so can play it. But if you're OG, you're thinking, well, there's a good chance we get second pick Earth Spirit here. Like, why first pick a hero you can get with your second pick? It's not as hotly contested. If you're versing like another team, like a team like TNC, then yeah, first pick Earth Spirit. But you're versing VG.J, you know? FY Earth Spirit, haven't seen it yet. Might not be so good.
Well, they're considering not going with that insta-lock, and yeah, they're going to go with the Slardar. He does add a lot of versatility and a lot of different ways that they can play this game, so. I'm surprised that they banned out that S4 Axe, though. Oh!
Okay.
We've seen ROTK's Magnus earlier this tournament. It was phenomenal.
Absolutely. He won a match that he had no business winning just from his Magnus plays. I mean, he was all over the place and just blowing up Terrorblades and Ember Spirits. It was terrifying, Jack.
I believe, however, as part of the word on the street, this is one of the things that OG was ready for. I think they're prepared for this. Again, if ROTK does not have a great laning phase and he's forced to go into the jungle, OG will be looking to punish that.
Well, they've already picked up, I mean, I guess they could swap the Slardar to the offlane if they want to pick up like that Ricky-type full position hero, but in theory they're picking, like so far most of the time they're picking up their Slardar for Jerax. The other hero they can do if they want to punish isn't pick up an offlane that punishes, like a Darkseer. Go like Darkseer, Slardar, dual lane, really crush the lane. We've seen how well S4 and Jerax can combo in the team fights with like a vacuum into a crush, so that to me is another hero which I'll keep an eye on for OG.
They could also try to grab the Lifestealer a bit earlier here, but it seems like something that would go with VG.J.
OG aren't like a Lifestealer picking team in the early stages. I think they're much more inclined to pick supports and offlaners. Like even a CM is a hero they've sometimes just picked up early on in a draft. Just since if you want to go like to get Darkseer, having a CM aura really benefits and makes that Darkseer even stronger. So I'd be surprised by a Lifestealer pick just because it's not really OG style to go that all in with their first two. I also don't think Lifestealer against the RP, the physical damage of an Empowered Jug is the best pick.
Yeah.
OG is taking a long time to think about their second pick. I thought it was going to be
Yeah, of course.
very easy to pick up the Earth Spirit, I was going to say, and it was
There
there,
we
it
go.
still is. I guess the Keeper of the Light was still left in there as well.
Reveals a bit more about where the Slardar's going, but it's Jerax Earth Spirit, so why not reveal it?
Yeah.
I think he walked us through that. Winter Wyvern pick up there. I guess that would diffuse a lot of what the Magnus brings to the table.
Yeah, great against the Omni/2, block all that damage.
And Fly mostly plays defensive heroes, so if you now also ban out the Dazzle, we're going to see him play something entirely different.
Oh, no. Can Fly play more than 2 heroes?
Oh, yes, he can.
Yo, fly CM, man. Don't discredit that one.
Of course.
True.
I mean, such a big hero pool from one of the world's best captains. So, reserve time coming out here.
The team with the Slardar bans Lifestealer. Not often you see that, but again, goes back to OG not wanting to play Lifestealer much. No-Tell, it's not one of his big go-to heroes, and I think OG actually just don't rate Slardar Lifestealer strat. Like, it's not their playstyle. For some teams, yeah, it's great and it is a go-to, but for OG, it's, again, too one-dimensional. They don't like putting all their eggs in one basket, which is that initiation, getting a kill, and if you don't get a kill, you lose the fight.
Yeah, it kind of becomes, it puts you in a position sometimes where you depend on the tempo from the Slardar bringing the Lifestealer on. If you aren't getting kills, controlling the game, it can put you very far behind.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's see what else we got here coming out. We got another ban.
I mean, VG are pretty flexible. Jug can go mid or safe lane. Last time they had this strat, Jug was mid, but that was largely because of the matchup versus Ember Spirit. So without the Ember Spirit there, the Jug may be more likely a safe lane hero, something aggressive can play.
1, 2, 3. Hey, there you go.
Hey, how you doing?
That's just
1,
checking.
2, and pick number 3 coming out here for these teams.
I'm all good, I'm good.
All right, so they're taking a long time with this ban. And there it is. It's the Dazzle.
ban.
We've seen that so many times. Slardar Dazzle minus armor strat, kind of your go-to pairing this tournament.
Yeah.
And we have something else going out here. Now, what else, when you think VG.J, you think of, Jack? What are some other key heroes we should be watching out for?
Well, usually by their third pick, they would have picked ROTK's hero, and so obviously we expect that to be the Magnus. So in this situation, I'm not sure if they want to hide their mid a little bit or if they're going to go for that Ember and Storm, which are both still on the table right now, and add a bit of tempo for them to add that counter initiation from the Magnus into. We saw them run that decently yesterday, so see if they go in that direction here.
I wouldn't doubt one of the brothers coming up, for sure.
Which
There's
brother, though? You're leaving your options open.
there are a lot of supports already banned,
Yep.
and there's still a lot of supports needed to be picked up by VG.J. So we still have Rubik in the pool, and we know FY is amazing at Rubik. Which other heroes for Fenrir? Fenrir normally plays at the defensive supports.
There's still Shadow Demon. Everyone kind of stopped
There
picking
is.
him.
You're right.
But
Who likes Shadow Demon? That hero
you know who
stinks.
does? DC likes Shadow Demon.
Yeah,
They still
but look what that got him.
Yeah.
The DC Shadow Demon game, what a disaster. So I really doubt we'll be seeing that, but I do appreciate the thought. And if that comes up right now, I'll certainly look a fool.
I think OG is more likely to play Shadow Demon than VG, but
Yeah.
sure. I mean, again, you get down to limited supports, and all the popular supports right now are banned, so that's where you do go back to Shadow Demons often. But I think OG is also likely to pick a CM. Oh, speaking of supports, of course, there's Rubik.
Yeah. Surprised nobody thought that one through. We've seen Rubik in pretty much every single series.
I
but
just said that.
Except
surprised
Shiva.
nobody
thought it
important.
through.
I'm just kidding. Sorry, Sheeves.
That's okay, but yeah, FI is really good at that, but leaves Fenrir hero unchecked for now. OG, what are they looking for here? Are they gonna pick up the Invoker straight away? Totally was not. I totally knew that was gonna happen.
That was
I
great.
was gonna say that even before Invoker.
Are they going to pick up the Invoker? Yes. Watch it right here, and boom, there it is. Boom goes the Dynamite as the Invoker is
good.
picked up. I like that, you know? Got some tornadoes, got some ways to deal with that Magnus team fight and make sure that it's not all so bad, especially when they're banning out a lot of these great defensive supports against that initiation. Invoker gives you a little bit of breathing room, helps you with that early game, and certainly not a bad pickup there from OG.
Also like a pseudo split pushing hero too, if you're worried about like the 5-man with a Magnus RP. Rather than trying to team fight, you can just split push out the lanes with Invoker, do so pretty safely with Fort Spirits, and then TP in with the Boots of Travel if there's a favorable fight that you want to take. So that kind of global aspect is definitely something the Invoker benefits from.
Global gaming, never bad, Mr. Jack. Sunstrike Invoker, perhaps, this game?
Quite likely. Also depends on what comes out, and it is from the spirits. If it was the Ember Spirit, maybe the other direction, but in this case, also pretty good synergy with Slardar or Spirit, whoever they pick up in terms of extending that range if he does go for that Exhort build.
Tough Storm game. All three of these heroes, not stuff you necessarily want to be versing if you're a Storm Spirit, but a comfort hero for Freeze, and a hero that I think VG.J just feel good about playing with. It fits their style, gives them a good pick-off and catch, which is saying you don't want to have to be throwing an RP and relying entirely on that for catch, so the Storm gives them a nice bit of long-distance jump.
So what are we seeing that is lacking on VG.J so far? They got the catch, they got the team fight. They don't really have a lot of high ground potential.
No,
unless you have extra vision, maybe a vision style hero that can help out.
The
I don't
Coddle's
know.
banned for that, so
Yeah.
they're looking for, I mean, I guess look first at the player and the role. They're looking for most likely a support. be
Yeah, a
it
Fenrir hero.
Fenrir
yeah.
5 position, or if he's playing a 5 Rubik, then a 4 position hero for FY. But if you're gonna go push, there's like Jakiro type heroes available.
Jakiro.
I don't know.
Jakiro.
There's a lot of supports banned. You know, you're gonna start
There are a lot of supports
digging
banned.
deep down into that that basket.
I think if they want to give FY this Rubik, I think we've seen Fenrir play some Disruptor as well, still in this pool, and gives them. It is good against some of the heroes that OG has in terms of bringing them back into position.
This was like back when Jug was really popular and Sven was also popular. You'd pick Sven against Jug. It was like this. Sven counters the Jug because he Omni Slashes you walk right. That's a ton of bonus armor for your entire team. Negates large portion of the Omni Slash damage. So it was this like Sven counters Jug kind of matchup. I have not seen Sven in a long, long time.
Yeah. But there surely is a reason that you haven't seen Sven in a long, long time. What is that reason?
Mask of Manners got kind of nerfed. The hero itself, Cleave, got like destroyed. Like that Cleave just got changed all over the place. So
you can't stack as frequently.
Yeah, the stack in the jungle, that's a big part of it. And the hero just doesn't like play fast enough tempo, needs a few items before he starts fighting with his team. And isn't necessarily like for Nota, like he's gonna want to, normally he fights and gets involved. I expect like a Helm of the Dominator build, he really loves to grab those early creeps. Something KP actually tweeted was that he uses and micros his creeps better than anyone.
Oh, hello, hello.
The game also feels a little bit more mobile now than it was before, and you kind of don't want to have this situation where you're counting on the Sven to deal fight-determining damage before he gets kited. And then also in conjunction with some of the armor reduction from Slardar and the burst potential from Invoker, if they execute well, could get some kills very quickly on relatively squishier heroes for VG.J right now.
Oracle it really empowers this Sven though. Like this Sven pick works a lot better because of that. If he's getting locked down in an RP, he can be saved and bailed out. Okay. Something different from both teams. I mean, a bit more of the same from VG.J with the opening two, but the supporting cast, we're seeing Undying, we're seeing Oracles. It's going to be
so, game 3, yay or nay? Jack, you first.
I'm sticking with OG here. I think they're very well prepared. They're executing very well, both big picture and tactically, and I think they're just too strong of a team right now.
All right, David?
I'm going to stick with OG as well. I feel like they've got a good plan to take advantage of the Magnus. They got some good greed going. Like Sven's a greedy pick, but that's how they did well last game. The greed against the farming style of ROTK.
Sorry, boys, but I do not believe in the Undying. I got to make it a full panel. OG, I'm not going to stick away from it.
Wow.
Sorry.
This is a tournament first.
I agree.
You agree with analysts?
You can prove me wrong, Chinese Dota. Please do. Prove me wrong, boys.
VG.J is going to try their hardest to prove all them boys wrong. We're going to head over to ODPixel and Winter to find out if they can.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Indeed, Game 2, VG.J versus OG. And as they've been saying on the panel, an exciting draft here, Winter. Totally different. We're seeing Magnus Jug coming out from one side, and on the other side, they're bringing Sven. They're bringing Oracle. I didn't even know these heroes were in the game, Winter. Talk it through.
I like the Undying the most, though. That's by far, I think, the most interesting switch up for RTK's team. Undying doesn't... Oh, RTK's playing the Undying?
You didn't expect this, Winter, did you?
Wait, Magnus is jungle?
You didn't. Magnus Jungle. That's a report.
Wait, what's actually going on? Is RTK the support this game?
I believe he is. A bit of roll movement by the looks of it. Well, FY, he's kitted up with... Yeah, that's 8 tangos. That ain't no support, boy. FY says, step aside, sir. I'm going to RP.
You know, I was going to say I like the Undying change because it shows that they're not going to be so greedy. They're going to focus more on the lane, where the last game they didn't focus so much on the lanes, and they got roamed and pressured by Jerax.
This is very, very interesting. This is going to be exciting to watch. If VG.J can pull off a win with this little bit of a switch around, change of tactics, could be quite spectacular indeed. Winter, OG, again, this Oracle final pickup, you know, Fly. Something in the past, you know, a fair few patches back, we saw, you know, OG bring out the Fly kind of on these saving people that are making questionable plays. Heroes like Dazzle, like Oracle, he's incredibly good on them. Why don't we see more Oracle? What's kind of wrong with the hero in a lot of pros' minds, do you feel?
The mana cost, the increase in mana cost was really, really difficult for the hero. Oh, mid lane, Jerax is running around, trying to see what can he do in the lane. And he's going to be able to maybe set up a kill at some point on the Storm, because Storm doesn't have an escape mechanism before he has level 6.
Yeah, Freeze has to be careful how far he comes up the lane indeed with Jerax. Looking to get that position. Top lane at the moment, aggressive. staying true to his name, will be farming aggressively. As VG.J look to put pressure on N0tail's farm. And then this bottom lane matchup. FY, the beautiful man himself, playing the solo safe lane Magnus, getting that 1v1 with S4 on the Slardar. How do you expect this one to go down? Are we just to see both heroes get farm, or top lane? I mean, look at this Winter. They're diving the tower. They're lifting up an Oracle. They're Blade Fury in the two of them. Yeah, it's got the magic resist here, but is it going to be enough? Fly getting chased down, taken down. And VG.J, I tell you what, they've got this little plan in there, up their sleeves, and it's working out. N0tail, he's surrounded by enemy creeps. He's got no backup, no friends here to help him, and VG.J, the crowd is loving it. And I believe some of you, ladies and gentlemen at home, will as well. This kind of play style that they're bringing out, it's incredibly refreshing, Winter, after game one.
They're switching lanes as well. That is a big sign that OG has conceded the top lane. There's no way they are going to be able to go back and try and farm after the Undying got 2 kills for his team. I mean, this pick has so far been working really well. Like I said, I was really happy to see this hero, because it tells you that they're going to change up their playstyle. They're going to put a lot more focus on the lane, and look at that. Double TPs to the bot lane just to follow the Sven.
Oh, here we go. Cheer for the rotation, but it's OG that's going to make the first move onto FY. Sunstrike there as well. They'll get the telekinesis onto S4. N0tail comes in with the Storm Hammer, trying to finish off FY, but he can't quite do it. N0tail's got to be careful. ROTK being body blocked up by S4 here. He's trying to save his Sven. S4 may pay off his life, though, and indeed he will, with a shockwave from FY to seal the deal, and VG.J pick up a 3rd kill. And they say that no lane is safe, OG, no matter how much you switch it up.
This Orb of Venom, Undying, definitely making all the plays. Right now, they're TPing S4 towards the top lane. They're just gonna leave N0tail down here. He's gonna have a very hard time getting his items this game. And this switch up is definitely working for VG, putting much more emphasis on shutting down OG in the lanes, not allowing the Earth Spirit to roam. Because when you have strong lanes, it makes it difficult for Jerax to want to move around. He's going to be like, oh, my lanes are also having trouble. Do I go back to the lanes? Do I roam? My Sven can't farm. He has to be more cautious with making his decisions. But when you're jungling like the last game, he's just free to roam the map. And you saw what he could do if you allow him to do that.
And the thing is as well, you know, because of what's been going on the side of it all.
Oh, N0tail, another TP out.
Will be fine. There's nothing to hold him.
TPs.
They want to try and make a play, but Jerax unable to get any sort of setup onto aggressive. You know, he's not been able to really put any pressure on mid, so in the mid lane, Storm is on par with Evoker top lane. Jerax actually being gone on here with a Blade Fury. There'll be a Storm Hammer to hold back N0tail, but aggressive, diving in, looking for the Earth Spirit kill, but Jerax kicks him back, rolls away. They'll surround RTK. RTK trying to work it out with a healing ward. He's going to make it aggressive. And Fenrir getting together to save ROTK with those heals.
This is so bad for OG right now. They're wasting so much time. They're not securing any lanes. They're not killing anyone. And they have left bottom lane free for the whole time. Like VG has been farming all 3 lanes and not losing any heroes anywhere towards the OG rotations.
And you can see that on the CS at the moment. Out of the top 4 at the moment, 3 members of VG.J out of this laning stage. OG have got to do something to rectify it. You can see Fly and Jerax trying to set something up in the mid lane. They want to try and catch out Freeze.
Look at the wards, Owen. How are they going to catch him? They see everything.
He knows exactly what's up, Freeze. And he's very close to that level 6 as well. Of course, that crucial point that beforehand it's quite a tad bit easier to gank that Storm Spirit, but he's going to have it. And making the life of OG that little bit harder to do something about this early game momentum that VG.J have.
They need to look to get like a kill somewhere. They have to find a kill. I think that's their first small step they need to make.
Right, Jerax is moving down to the bottom and realizes, you know, Storm with the 6. A harder gank. FY. Again, someone that they are going to have to be careful. He does have RP as well. So things could be turned around if the Maker go onto him.
This is not an easy kill. Any TP reaction, if you don't kill him in one stun, it's going to be very dangerous for OG.
All right, CK. He's just going to play around with N0tail. No backup. But he's going to be causing a bit of a nuisance for the Sven. Just making it so hard for N0tail here in this early game. Just look at some of the CS. I mean, top CS at the moment. I love it. It's FY on the Magnus. You know, we said he was kind of moving from the support to the offlane. He's moving all the way up to position 1, Winter. Oh, as I say that, he could be in trouble here as OG look to find themselves their first kill of the game. They will surround him. A Sunstrike to find the kill for Anna as well. They managed to shut down the Magnus, and he was the guy having the best of times on the map at the moment, so it's a good kill for OG.
A big kill for OG as well. They needed to upset the rhythm that VG are setting right now. They're pressuring all 3 lanes. That kill was so important for them too. They're gonna be losing the tier 1 at top, but at least they're getting something in return. And Sven has to somehow find a way to farm his way back into this game. He is getting almost close to very little farm right now.
And that tower goal, of course, for VG.J, going to be a nice little bonus.
I mean, I guess on the bright side, Invoker is getting uncontested farm at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was 7 minutes in and just a couple of hundred away from the Midas gold.
I mean, all he has to do is just to, you know, drop Sunstrikes when the Earth Spirit and Slada roams, or even the Sven finds a kill somewhere with a stun. There's still a lot of opportunities for OG to move around and get kills because they have the high burst with the Sunstrike. They just need to find the openings to get it done.
This could be very nice as well for OG. S4 finding an Invis rune.
This could be the opening they need.
If he can use that to set up on potentially someone on the mid lane, and indeed that's going to be the target as they bring in Fly as well. S4 and ROTK. A killer's a kill. Maybe would have hoped for something bigger. They are going to try and make a go on him, and with the crush and the Sunstrike bringing him down low, but there's the clap. It's not enough to save him. They do get the kill on ROTK. Find the Undying. Quickly get themselves back out.
Yeah, any kill they can get their hands on right now. No tier on the Sven is just... He's going to take a long time to farm to get himself back into this game. At this point, all he can do is like to rely on his team, you know, to make space, the Slada, hopefully to get his dagger. Like S4 is not even getting a Trankles. This is how desperate they are. They're going to need him to rush that dagger and make space for the Sven to farm.
Bottom lane, talking about farm, FY continuing to have a grand old time on the Magnus. 3.6k at middle lane, aggressive and freeze, putting the pressure on Anna. Just have to kind of ghost walk and hide up. Low on the mana. RTK in the neighborhood as well, they don't have any detection, so just using this
it's just annoying them.
Time to pressure the tower. And they may as well just be able to finish this off pretty soon. There's not too much being done by OG to slow them down, only Anna and Fly hanging around. Jerax is stacking up the Ancients for Notel, trying to set up that catch-up potential for Notel to get himself back in a healthy position in terms of farm.
Here. They don't want VG.J to get any free towers here.
Notel, he's on his own down bottom. Fade Bolt, and now through the follow-through Stewart to slow him down, get Fenrir in range for a possible telekinesis. Notel just on the other side of the trees, but there we go. They'll grab him, bring him back. FY. Oh! He gets across the cliff, but FY will continue to hunt him down. And despite OG's best efforts, Notel will still fall. Mid lane, Anna has to TP back to base. It's very low as the freeze made a bit of an initiation onto him. And bottom lane, VG.J in a perfect position to take another tier 1 and keep this momentum going, Winter.
If he was able to kick him a little bit to the left, he probably would have lived there. That was like such a big play there by Jerax on the Earth Spirit if it worked. Those next level plays. They're going to have level 6 on the Earth Spirit right now, so hitting a power pick of the hero, maybe they can use this to try and get a key pick off on, say, a Storm or even a Magnus. Magnus is very close to his blink. If they can kill him right now, that would be great for OG.
FY Magnus. It's going to be exciting to see what he can pull off when he has that blink. That's for sure. So far, though, Anna continuing to keep himself very stable on that Invoker. And he is at the top of the net worth. And VG.J, they were hanging around mid earlier. They were trying to do something about him, but he's proven just to be a little too elusive. And there's now the Blink Dagger complete for Slada. So maybe OG can make a play with it, but top lane, no, there's no maybe about it. So we'll catch out RTK. OG getting something done there with S4 and his new pickup.
That was the first gank with S4's newly acquired dagger.
Mid lane, Freeze. A bit of harassment down onto Ana. TP through will be there from S4. Freeze starting to back off. Has got the Arcane Rune, so he's got the mana to play with. And OG will smoke up from the north. Fly and Jerax coming across towards the mid lane with the rotation. But at the same time, VG.J in response. Smoke time, ready to go. And FY
Dagger
is ready to jump in. Can they find the perfect position there? They'll look to potentially use Freeze as a bit of a bait. They want them to go on Freeze. Fly steps forward. Fly comes in from the side, though. So this is kind of good for OG. They're not grouped up, so they're not going to lose multiple heroes, but they will lose one. Fly, he's the victim as Aggressive and Freeze jump in with the Storm Bolt, Storm Lightning, and the Omni Slash. Notel will get a bit of space down bottom whilst this all goes down in the mid lane, but VG.J will make sure that the tier 1 does go down in the mid lane. Fortification comes out, but OG not in a shape to hold that tower. And RP, of course, still ready and available for FY. Didn't need to use it that fight.
Well, they're going for Roche.
I mean, they certainly can. With the flow that they've got, the Empower, they can take it down relatively quickly.
Oh, they have the Corrosive Haze.
Yeah, they stole the Corrosive Haze as well.
Oh, that's why they're going for Roche.
VG.J may have an issue, though. OG's on their way over. Where's the setup? Jerax rolls in with the Boulder Smash, the Magnetize as well, but there's the RP from FY onto 2. Notel leading forward with the Godstrike, trying to bring down VG.J, but Aggressive with the Blade Fury, chasing down OG. S4 turns around, puts the Amplify into Aggressive, forcing the Jug to back off. Notel. I mean, the zombies is the Night of the Living Dead here, Winter, as ROTK from the grave secures the fight around the pit.
I mean, I hate to say that, but ROTK won the fight.
That tombstone.
The dead man won the fight. And, mid lane, Sunstrike.
Oh, ROTK. Oh, okay, Jerax. Oh, yeah, just about. We'll find it. But they don't go back into finish off Roche. Until now. VG.J.
They still have the... Oh, they don't have the haste anymore. They have God Strength.
Has he got God Strength?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's much more flashier than a haze.
But not so useful.
True. The damage is... yeah, if you do the maths, that armor reduction would have been a little nicer, but hey-ho, they'll go for it nonetheless. Bottom lane Freeze trying to make a go onto S4. Quick with the blink, though, and the TP out. He'll be fine.
They are showing the Storm bot, so OG does not suspect this at all.
And they've got it in their hands.
What a move by VG.J there. Showing the Storm in the bot lane, farming with no mana, and it just doesn't give away anything, and VG just went back into the Roshan with the rest of the team. Just good play there by VG.J.
What's the plan here for OG? Is it just all about Notel's farm? They need to get this Sven in a fighting position.
It's going to be all about, maybe not all, but the rest of the players are going to try to look for pickoffs with the Sunstrike, as Sven is going to be focusing on farming until he feels he's ready to join the fights, the Abyss team. Sven is a hero that's definitely, if you are farm enough, you are going to be able to carry hard in the late games. And he's really good against the Juggernaut and the Magnus because of the armor. You get the armor, so you deal with the cleave very well.
And smoke time from VG.J from the mid lane. Aggressive, again, doing a similar play as Freeze was doing on the Storm, just staying in the lane. So OG may not expect this movement from VG.J. Fly on the front lines. Fenrir pops the God Strength immediately, zipping across. Freeze will take down Fly. Jump forward from FY. Not going to commit the RP as of yet. Skewers onto Notel. Notel turns around with the Storm Hammer, holds back the Magnus. Jerax rolls out to the river. Freeze, he's still got the mana to play with though. Comes forward onto Notel. He tries for the DP out, but the damage is too much from VG.J. They pick up a second. And 10 to 5, 15 minutes in. This is incredibly impressive from a team that in game 1 was getting nothing less than dominated really by OG, but this time round they made a bit of a switch up. You know, we're seeing FY on the Magnus, ROTK on the Undying. Freeze just juking out, well, the spells from the Slardar isn't going to juke out Jerax, or well, maybe he is with a healing ward out. No, it doesn't matter, he's gone. OG will shut down the Storm, and in fact they may find more. S4 comes in with the Blink Crush. Jerax to the follow-up Boulder Smash. So they have the damage though. Aggressive, he's a little scary with the Empower. Jerax has to be careful, and in fact with the stolen Purifying Flames and the crit from the Jug, he's out. VG.J continuing to to find a trade when it's a situation that the OG would have been a little happy with getting the Storm. VG.J able to strike back and keep aggressive, fighting and on top.
Magnetize is down, so VG.J could be looking for aggressive maneuver soon. They still have the Aegis up on Juggernaut. Storm is up. So they're more or less ready to fight, and OG doesn't want to take a fight without that Magnetize. It's not a long opening of 40 seconds.
Interesting for Notel as well. I mean,
Mask
of Madness. Do you like this, Winter? It's a very tricky item to play around with.
Yeah, because you can't use your stun when you go in.
Yeah, you've got to be careful about the
you have to
order.
use your spells and then use the mask last.
And even then, it does leave you vulnerable.
But it's kind of like a desperation item in their scenario.
For sure. If they have the control between the rest of the team, which understandably, you know, Notel can trust in Jerax, in Ana, in S4 to hit those stuns, the holding of VG.J in position, allowing him to just get in and punch them hard and fast with the Mask of Madness.
And like I mentioned many times, I think when you're losing, you need to take risks. Like Mask of Madness is a risk. It might pay off, it might not pay off, but in your position, you have to do something to upset the momentum of the game. You have to try something.
And you need it fast, and Mask of Madness certainly can be that option. See if he sticks with it or does change his mind, but it's what's queued up with the quick buy at the moment for Notel. Top lane VG.J looking to put some pressure onto this tier 2. Mid lane, 2 members as well playing around. Freeze has got one member behind him. Aratiki's there. Drops the tombstone, but immediate Sunstrike combination down onto the Storm Sprint. OG getting themselves a very clean kill.
The tombstone slowing them down though.
Can VG.J actually chase anything down off the back of this? You've got the FY coming in from the sidelines. Isn't going to commit with the jump to the mid lane. Still has that RP. You know, so far it's just been really the threat of the RP that's been effective enough.
The last 2 pickoffs on Freeze have been really detrimental to towards his itemizations.
Oh yeah, look just at the difference between himself and Evoker now. Because of this, Ana is able to maintain kind of a 2k lead on the Storm. Now, granted, he is obviously rocking the Midas, but the fact that Storm's not finding the kills now and is getting taken down himself is putting, you know, OG's respective mid in the better position.
Yeah, and Jerax has already acquired the Blink. There are going to be 2 ways of initiating the fights right now for OG, and with the Sunstrike, this Storm might get hunt down and killed repeatedly. He's going to have to be very careful with where he farms. It's not looking that great anymore for VG after that 2 deaths in a row for the Storm. Notil has, I would say, he did a good job in catching up. Like his net worth right now in terms of the overall position of the game is in a good spot, similar to FY. He was way behind FY before. No thanks to his team, you know, making the space, allowing him to farm.
It's just very hard for Notel to catch up with an empowered Jug. With the farm speed of aggressive, incredibly
impressive. The Mask of Madness might allow him to catch up.
Yes,
faster.
actually, that is going to speed up his farming as well as the potential to fight.
The more I think about it, I think it's kind of like the right choice, you know, in this situation.
Look at this smoke from VG.J there. On the low ground, Jerax with the high ground will reveal it. Immediately blinks out, rolls away. So OG will not be caught out initially. In fact, well, I say that Freeze goes in incredibly aggressive, zipping straight in onto Notel. He's out of mana on the backline. S4 with a 3-man blink. Good for the FY. Gets the RP on the backlines. The controls there. Aggressive, dishing out the damage. OG, they're falling low. Notel still just surviving, and he turns. He toggles the armlet, keeps himself alive, and Notel again. Oh my God, those armlet toggles. Absolutely out of this world. OG, I can't believe they managed to turn that one around so beautifully. Look at the damage that man did. Mask of Madness and the armlet. We semi-questioned it. We don't see Mask of Madness have that much success, but it absolutely allowed him to get the damage he needed out in that fight there. But of course, just the team as a whole, the fantastic setup from S4, hitting that 3-man crush, allowing for the follow-up Storm Hammer, Jerax with the Boulder Smash. And that's OG, they're waking back up. And if they can do that again, VG.J could say pretty much goodbye to the early laning stage that they were having such fun with, Winter.
Well, you have to comment Ana as well. He got a really crucial deafening blast onto the Juggernaut, so Aggressive could not finish them off. Like, that's why he could have armlet toggle, because Juggernaut could not attack him. So that was another crucial part that the Invoker did in the fight.
Oh, look at this OG. They're ready to go again. Aggressive, coming across, has to be careful, and S4 immediately in. He's going to be able to find Aggressive. And FY, can they chase for more? That's the question. Well, the Centaur there does hold them back with a stomp. OG, a quick finding of the team fight into a tower as well.
OG is back into the game. They're going to be able to secure another tower here. And Roche will be next up in the menu fairly soon. 3 minutes before Roche spawns. OG is just back into the game. They're even ahead right now because of that last engagement. No longer behind. Notil has fully caught up to Aggressive's Juggernaut. Same net worth right now. 21 minutes.
And not, as you said, just him and Jug on that same level. And look at the swing round. It wasn't the biggest of leads, but it was a stable lead for VG.J until that point. And then bam. OG take themselves back into the first position in this game. VG.J. I mean, we saw FY. He certainly can hit those RPs. You know, managed to get 3. I believe it was a 3-man one in that last fight.
3-man RP.
But it just wasn't enough because I believe he didn't get Notel. Notel was outside and could still get that damage out. I think in these fights as well, we were seeing another kind of lacking when he went for the RP was because Aggressive had to Blade Fury. There's so much magic damage flying around, so Aggressive actually wasn't able to do the damage with the Empower onto the RP targets. He could only Blade Fury them.
He didn't Omni right away, he Omni after the spin.
Yeah. I mean, but it's understandable because he does have to because of so much magical control coming out in these team fights.
Yeah, and not to mention the Warcry as well, like giving them a lot more.
Oh yeah, for sure, that armor.
That's why they picked the Sven against the Juggernaut Magnus here. Another great pick and solution towards what Vichy Gaming has. They're gonna get a tier 2 here. OG is not interested in defending at all. They're gonna want to try to let Notil get his BKB. He is kind of like halfway, almost halfway there. Roche is gonna spawn. Look at the wards they are setting up right now. They have two good wards around the Roche area, so OG preparing for the Roche.
Well, let's see. You know, around this Roche pit, both teams, they're going to want to fight, aren't they? I feel it's unlikely that we will see either team just give up the Roshan to the opponents. They know how important this Aegis is for both sides.
It's all going to be the initiation, who gets the better jump. And in this case, I probably would favor OG slightly with the double daggers on the Slada and the Earth Spirit, whereas VG.J, you have one dagger on the Magnus, but you can rely on a Storm to zip in and try to... It's a bit more risky, but the Storm can zip in, give his team vision with a Remnant, and allow the Magnus to maybe get a good RP. But for OG, they have double daggers, so whoever goes in first and the one that goes in second will get a good stun.
That's smart as well. VG.J, they're smoked up here, but the scribblings just came from Fly on the map as he scribbled that whole area. He knows that they're there. And Jerax, you know, he's just playing around in the middle as well. And their suspicions are confirmed, OG, and in response...
They're gonna counter smoke. Oh!
Can they find something big? S4, he's been hitting some fantastic blink crushes so far. Can he find that jump? VG.J, though, staying hidden in the jungle. Trees just to the side of the middle lane. Jerax leading the way. Smoke will dispel if he comes a couple of steps too close. So they'll know what's up. They know that they're there.
And his team is going Roche.
Oh, it just seems at the moment, OG, they're reading VG.J a little bit better than they are them.
They won't know. This is such a good maneuver.
VG.J is still hiding.
Oh
and
my
OG,
God.
yeah, they take the free Roche. VG.J just kind of left holding themselves in the trees.
Oh my God, that was such a beautiful mind game there by OG. Baiting out with Jerax running over to scout, breaks the smoke, pretends to run back, his team walks into the Roche pit. he just made sure that they weren't around the Roche pit, so his teammates could have just walked straight into the Roche. What a play.
It was just like, oh, there's some guys sitting there, guys. Hey, heading to Roche. There's no one there.
That was so beautiful. It's just mind games, next level.
You know, VG.J. Well, what's the plan? I mean, they're losing the momentum that they had. They had incredibly strong momentum
Farming
earlier.
into late game is still okay for them. Like the
Yeah.
Juggernaut with the Empower, and they have a Storm and Magnus. They have a okay late game. If they can get the big RPs, I could still see Vici winning a fight handily. Empower Juggernaut plus the RP. If you get a good one, you're gonna win.
I mean, and also, you know, late game Undying. If he hits the 25, has the Ags, you know, the RTK could be an absolute beast. Minus decay cooldown. That's what it's all about, Winter.
I got a feeling this guy's gonna get plus 15 armor. If you notice,
-2 though, minus 2 seconds.
The way he
get
takes his
all the
talents.
strength in the world.
This guy, when he takes his talents, he always likes to take armor, hit points, like be that.
He likes the stats.
Yeah, he likes to be tanky. But I know, I get what you mean, like the -2 seconds decay, if he can get there. But he doesn't have a Midas though. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, we're a long way away from that.
I don't think he can actually get there. If the team wins the next few fights, they're going to be able to end the game. So either way.
Okay, either way, you feel it's just going to bam.
Yeah, it's either they win the game soon or they lose. And he won't have time to get 25 level. I mean, if he gets there, it's going to be good for his team.
No tell. His BKB finished as well.
He's just back into the game.
Very impressive recovery from him.
Mask of Madness. Gotta try it out sometime.
You gotta do it.
Bottom lane, FY getting Hunt down. Maybe the next pickup for either team could be like Gem to remove visions. Yeah, vision control right now is gonna be very important. They have the Aegis on Ana, so they're gonna be looking to fight. Whereas VG Gaming, they need to be more cautious about taking a fight. They're just trying to draw out the game, waste the Aegis on the Invoker, and then maybe take a fight after. I don't think they can take any 5v5 right now, unless they are fairly certain the team of OG are not together. They have a ward here, so they see a few heroes. They don't see everyone, but they see a few heroes. They're very, very hesitant in starting the fight with the RP. You can see FI that he's poking himself up. He's unsure of whether he should go, because they only see 2 heroes. If he doesn't get the Oracle and the Oracle gets the ultimate off, then his RP is wasted. He doesn't want that to happen. He wants to catch the Oracle in the RP, along with the cost.
Yeah, OG just make it very hard for VG.J, FYO. Any of them are there at least to get that jump, that initiation. OG, and up to the high ground as they start to amp up the pressure on this mid lane. VG.J still all around in the neighborhood. But can they find that jump in FY? Leaning forward, will just go for the jump skew onto Ana, and in fact, can OG get there in time? They head forward, Ana, Ghost walks out to the side, freeze, looking to come in on the back line as the tombstones drop. They managed to split OG apart a little bit. No-Tail actually popped the BKB and the God Strength, but he's not been able to do anything to go through FY! Oh, it's a beautiful RP! Omnislash comes through as well. They'll take down Ana, knocking the Aegis out of his hands. No-Tail gets the Stormhammer out onto aggressive, but he turned Blade Furies, turns back around. They should be able to get No-Tail as well, and as they do, Jerax, Ana on the retreat. Jerax tries to roll away. Eswell comes in with a Blink Crush, trying to hold back VG.J. Ana looking to turn with the Sunstrike, but he hasn't got enough damage to take them down. Eswell on the side just drops down to a Corrosive Haze. The rest of OG will escape. But FY, this man, he knows how to hit an RP or two.
Oh, that was also because OG, they got distracted. When FY went in, he got the skill onto the Invoker back. Storm went in. He created a distraction on the back line, and they were really focused on covering the Oracle. They wanted to protect him. And FY, after the skill, he went to the trees, found an angle, blinked in, and got a big RP there. So the coordination between the teammates there, spot on for Vici. It's very difficult for them to fight in their area because of the tombstone as well. They couldn't focus the tombstone. So there were a few problems there in that fight that resulted into OG losing. that engagement. Lack of vision, and they can't hit the tombstone. And they were kind of a little bit far up as well because they had the Aegis. They were more aggressive. And Jerax,
Yes.
he tried to silence the Magnus when he
He
played
did
it.
immediately, but yeah,
he was really quick.
just a little short.
If that would have gotten silence, I mean, if the Mag gotten silence, that would have been a totally different fight for OG.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, FY wouldn't have had that chance to re-engage.
Yeah, because Invoker got caught in a really bad position, despite having the Aegis.
No tell. Next time on the menu will be that Bloodthorn. Continues to get that damage built up and have a little bit of control.
Bloodthorn. He's not going for any like armor items. He's going straight for like full damage. Bloodthorn, Mass of Madness, you die. You just die. Like full out damage. And it's really good against the Storm because Storm has no Lincolns, he has no BKB, a stun and a silence, dead Storm.
And then Jerax have their eyes onto aggressive. Fenrir is behind them if they do go in. Has the stolen Stormhammer at the moment. VG.J bringing more members over here. They want to try and make a go onto Anna. They'll pop the Lincolns, but Anna quick with the blink. This is going to be out before any follow-up lockdowns there.
And right now Rubik finally is going to be able to, after supporting the whole game, get his first item, the dagger. That's going to be pretty useful in the team fight. So far he hasn't been able to, get a lot done because he doesn't have a dagger. With the dagger he's going to be able to, get into position, land more spells. That's going to be their second source of initiation. Like I said, with the Magnus, you want someone else to start the fight, so you get a big RP. And you don't want it to be the Storm all the time, because Storm is your core. You don't want him to just run in and maybe risk dying.
Yeah.
If Rubik does it, then it's better for the team. Then the Storm can just ball forward, look for the Oracle, get the Oracle, and the RP onto the rest of the cores. That would be the dream scenario, of course. Things don't always go according to plan. But that would be the dream scenario for VG.
Well, Aggressive's going to become that little bit more of a nightmare in these fights with the Skadi Dud. And also Solo Crest on IRTK.
Oh, that's a huge pickup. Do they have no, they don't have an MKB, right? Yeah, they don't have an MKB. So the evasion could play a vital role in the fight.
Under the cover it does. VG.J looking to set up in the mid lane, jump in with the telekinesis, the follow-up. Ball lightning in. S4 will be safe just in time, FY. Tries to get a steal on the back lines, won't get any heroes. S4 TP's back at the heels, going to be enough to save him. No, they're not. He pops in the fountain. False promise is false indeed. And VG.J ready to maybe try and get something more out of this. I mean, the Slardar's down for 40, no buyback. It looks like they're not yet going to attempt that high ground siege. They'll play it safe.
Yep, Invoker's really good at defending high ground. So many spells to spam, you have to be really careful. And without the Aegis, they're not confident, because if they were to push that, something goes wrong, it not only means you lose maybe 1-2 heroes, but you're going to lose the Roche as well. It's a very big risk for VG to take. So understandably, they backed off. They want to wait for the Roche. Ideally, you want to play some vision around the Roche as well before you take that fight. It's going to be a big fight there. Like, neither team wants to give away the Roche. This is not the situation where one side will like, oh, fine, we're not going to risk contesting the Roche. We're just going to keep farming. None of the teams are at this stage. Like, both of the teams want the Aegis to be able to, to just push the high ground. Like, both teams are ready to push the high ground.
Aggressive as well, on top of the fact that he's got that backup from RTK and his Solar Crest. He's going to be building that butterfly. I mean, obviously once Snowtail does have the Bloodthorn, he'll have one answer at least to try and help deal with that evasion. But other than that, Aggressive is going to be incredibly elusive in these fights and hard to bring down. S4, he says, I spot your creep, sir.
Lanes are pushed out though. VG are doing the right thing. They're making sure that the lanes are all going to be pushed out, except for the top lane, which is coming in, before they try to maybe make some sort of play to the at the Roshan pit. You want to draw OG away as far as possible, so pushing the bottom lane and making sure that the top lane as well at some point pushed out will be really important for them. You want to keep OG away from the Roche pit. You want them to farm and push out the lanes.
And FY's just picked up a gem, so it's going to be even easier to control that vision around the pit. It's
FY?
ever important point of the map.
Oh, FY bought the gem on his own?
Yeah, got it
Oh.
himself. He's
Okay.
still a support at heart, Winter.
Still a support.
He's still a support at heart.
Oh, nice guy buying the gem, yeah? And he gives it to the captain.
OG with this smoke. Going for the long wraparound into the top half of VG.J's map.
Both teams gonna smoke. Does VG have a smoke? No, they don't have a smoke though. OG is gonna have a good advantage here. They're smoked up. They have 2 wards around the pit.
VG.J know that they're there. The scan did just clip them. So VG.J know OG's position roughly.
But neither team wants to commit into the Roche pit because whoever goes in the Roche pit and starts the Roche is an easy target for a stun. Like RP, Slada Crush. No one wants to commit and put themselves in the Roche pit right now. They want to kill the enemy team, maybe one hero minimum, and then start the Roche. They want to make sure that there's no risk when they go for the Roche. Like going for the Roche right away will be way too risky for either team.
A very, very tense moment of this game.
Gosh, Invoker is pretty much maxed out his level. He has the Tornado cooldown reduction, and he has the Octarine Core. The Tornado cooldown will be like 9 seconds.
I mean, yeah, Anna's been absolutely fantastic at just building himself up to this point. You know,
I mean, this is going to give them so much advantage in the
he-
Roche fight. If they fight in the Roche and he has a 9-second
he is
Tornado,
massive.
he's going to do so much here. It's going to give them scouting information, disable time. There's so much he can do with that cooldown.
He's going to be an absolute beast in these fights that he has already as well. 5-0-5 this game. Anna has been having a very strong showing this series, and well, not just this series, this LAN as well. A lot of people quick to talk him down, but Anna certainly proving his strengths.
Yeah, he has been really, really good in the last few series, and no deaths yet this game. Like, really solid this event from Anna. Certainly stepping up his performance from previous events.
Here we go, OG.
Oh, they have vision.
They want to go, FY. Can he do something big and flashy? He's thinking
the
about it.
Roche.
Incredibly grouped up here. Roche goes down though. They'll be the lead in onto the sidelines. They still are looking to try and fire. Freeze with the BKB. FY comes in with the RP. It's only on to 2. There's no follow through damage there at the moment. S4, BKBs takes down the tombstone, but aggressive has managed to chop down No Tail. They've found one. VG.J, can they get themselves anything more out of this? They're looking for S4. S4 has to crush onto the Storm, but aggressive chases him down. Will find the kill. Double for the Jug.
They left the cheese in the Roche pit, by the way, Owen. There's still a cheese in the Roche pit.
They left the cheese.
Our team is going to go pick up the cheese.
Oh! They forgot about the cheese. Oh, they should have looked at their shopping list.
But then again, that fight, even though they were able to claim the Roche really quickly with the corrosive haste
They
and the god
lost-
strength,
it's
but because
not
they were
worth
in
it.
the Roche pit, they were in
Yeah.
a very bad position to begin with.
And look at this now, aggressive with the butterfly complete, and oi, 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 they've just found themselves Anna on the Invoker. Do they have detection?
Yes, Aegis still.
He's fine.
He's very, very difficult to kill. Like, look at that cooldown. He has another tornado now. You're not killing him.
Tornadoes for days.
You are not killing
It's
this
Dark
Invoker.
Moon all over again, Winter.
I've played that twice and I gave up.
Did you lose?
I lost every time.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's why I gave up.
Is that why you're casting, Winter?
Yeah, sort of. Did you win Dark Moon?
Did I win Dark Moon?
Yeah,
No, I
pro
did
player
not.
OD Pixel.
I did not win Dark Moon. Those stupid invokers. Foul, please. But this game, I mean, this game, you know, game one was incredibly impressive from OG. This one, this is VG.J in the driver's seat, but OG absolutely still with a chance to take this if they can find
Still
the good team
anyone's
fights.
game. Still anyone's game.
Absolutely, this is what makes this game so fantastic.
I think if FY gets the refresher up, I would probably favor Vichy more in the fights after that pickup for them. I definitely would. Because the RP is just going to win them the game.
Anna, not wanting to lead in on that. Oh, hello, hello. No Tail with
they
the
get
big
the
boy DD
initiation?
rune.
Can they find the first move here?
Who's going to find the jump? S4 comes in with a crush, but she catches someone. Fenrir in a volley on the other side. Fenrir crushes back. Stolen crush could be very, very nice indeed on this Rubik with the blink.
Because he didn't, I don't think he saw previously because he didn't have a ward on the high ground. He was like in the midst of placing the ward and he got stunned, so he got like, he can't see anything. So his first reaction was to stun as soon as he was up, because he thought S4 was like on the cliff or someone was in the fog. And then he realized there was no one there after that. But that was a cute moment there for Fenrir.
Up and down.
And this evasion is a big problem. They have the solar crest earlier, and now they have the butterfly. And no MKBs. I mean, the Bloodthorn is
The Bloodthorn will be the answer, but it's still a little while away.
But
he's closing in.
He has spin and manta.
Yeah.
It's not reliable.
Nah.
I don't know, man.
It is something, though, if they can stun him and hold in position.
I guess so.
But,
I guess so.
I mean, yeah, the Jug aggressive is in a very, very good position. I mean, it's the power of Empower. It's the farm that he's managed to get. You know,
he's
keeping
not gonna die.
just a couple of thousand behind Anna. That's very impressive in itself, because Anna as well has been the free farm king this game with that Midas.
But that's the difference, though. One is a spellcaster, one is a physical damage dealer. You're always gonna favor like the physical hero. Like he can easily deal damage. You're casting spells, you have to land your spells. There's a lot of different reasonings in the fight why you have to positionings in the fights that you have to look out for. It's not as easy as like, oh, my Magnet's got an RP, I'm just gonna run in, Omni Slash, and the damage is already done there. Despite Anna being as farm as he is, it's not going to be as easy as the Juggernaut to output damage.
You've got to press a few more buttons.
a lot more buttons.
FY, I mean, this man, he's got a refresher orb complete now.
Does he have the whole thing?
He's got the whole thing.
Oh, this is going to...
It's a sneaky one as well, I think. He's keeping it on the courier. He may... I think he's going to be careful when he brings it out.
Do a Z-Freak, go in RP, and then send the refresher after.
The Chinese stealing the NA strats. There we go. I think he's just got it out to him now. Yeah, he's picked it up.
This is huge. I think VG.J has a significant advantage in the fights now with double RP. Smoke.
Oh, here we go. That ward, I don't know, it may have just clipped one of them on the very edge of it. OG hiding in the tree line, they'll make an opening, go on to aggressive, they freeze onto the backliners. Let's see if they can find the jump in FY with the meteor on him, can't get the blink off, and they've already lost aggressive. Freeze has to back up. RTK on the retreat as well, will be held back by a tornado. VG.J, they can't really reinitiate without their Jug. OG picking them apart bit by bit here. Jarax is even moving forward to see if he can get more. The tornado coming in won't be on contact to FY as he's able to blink out. But OG...
They're going to force the Rex. There's no buyback.
Jug doesn't have a buyback.
There's no buyback.
Huge momentum flow for OG as they managed to find that quick pick onto aggressive before VG.J could react.
Can they get a big RP with the Storm, though? That's the question here.
But even with that, I mean, OG, they're fairly big themselves. It doesn't feel like that would be enough damage. They need that Jug alive. So much of their damage is reliant on having aggressive on the front lines. Let's see what they can do. Freeze just trying to clean out the wave.
Yep.
Slow down this push.
God's Strength is over, though.
Jump forward from Fenrir. Quick telekinesis to drag him back into the Stormhammer. Holding him in place. Freeze will come forward. Forces the BKB out for no doubt. There's your RP. FY skews back the Invoker. They're controlling with the Vortex. The disarm's there onto Freeze, though, so we can't punch. Jump forward against second RP from FY. They're trying to kill Anna. He's got a good tornado onto 3. RTK chasing him down, but the Ice Wall's there. Freeze zips across it. They need to kill this Invoker, and they will. They find Anna.
2 RPs just for 1 Invoker.
But it's worth it, Winter. They hold the base. The racks don't go down, and everyone's back up now on the side of VG.J.
Can they push? Can they do something with this? That's the question. Without RPs, one bad fight, they might lose many heroes here. They have to be careful when they're sieging. They run in, they don't have RP, Sada or Earth Spirit comes in with a stun, and Invoker buys back. The fight could turn around really easily, and they could lose many heroes because they don't have RP. This is still very dangerous for VG.J. But at the same time, you want to force the buyback.
You really do. 60 seconds is a long time. They've got a good window to try and force it out.
Just look at the way they are moving. They are also really scared that they don't want to commit too hard for this because they know without the RPs they need to be super careful.
Emre leading in. There's the follow through. Silence will be there in time onto aggressive, and there's the buyback. That's what VG.J wanted to get out of them.
Oh, they have to run.
They'll play it safe now. They'll back off. Surely they don't want to stick around. Still a bit of time before FY has that
That was not a very
back online.
good timing with the buyback though. I think he thought Jerax would move in earlier with the stun. He bought back before the stun was already connected. And Jerax was like, oh, crap, I have to blink. But then the Juggernaut was like, he was ready for it because he saw the buyback. So he was able to spin Manta, and it was very difficult for Jerax to start a fight there. Maybe a little bit of miscommunications for their team, but nevertheless for VG.J, that's great. They forced the buyback, they didn't lose any hero, and they're going to wait out their refresher and have their double RP back again. He might be on the way to a third game here, OD, if they can get another 2 big RPs to kill the Invoker, because he has no buyback now.
Can FY do it? I mean,
They
so
see
far
him,
he
there's a
certainly
ward.
has been.
He's standing on the ward. They know he's there.
Can they close the gap though? Anna. He'll blink back now. He's a bit of safer territory there with holding the hands of his teammates. Look at the
Look at
wraparound there from FY. He
FY.
knows that if he gets that Voker, there's the jump in. 1 RP, brings him back. Have they got the damage? Aggressive pops the BKB. Telekinesis to hold him in place. But then Jerax comes in with the stone form. Kicks Anna back. Jerax with the Aghanims play. Saving the Voker, but the rest of OG are all dying. It may not matter. S4 surrounded. VG.J, they'll take down the Slardar here as well. There's a buyback from Fly. And even though Jerax there managed to save the Invoker, they've got a hold now with just the 2 of them.
Man, the
VG.J.
Invoker has to defend the base alone right now. Oracle will be there with the ultimate.
And the moral support. Oh, jump in.
Oh, he got him! He got him!
He's got him indeed. There's the RP. Anna will be false promised. S4 comes in immediately with a buyback blink crush. They've found the Magnus. OG will take down 1. Anna's running up. He'll be fine. He'll be absolutely toasty after the false promise. He's back up at full health.
They might chase here.
Can S4 catch anything else? The blink out's there from Fenrir. There he does. Gets aggressive, but immediately the Hex coming through from Freeze. BKB's pop, but again, Jerax with the stone form, keeping S4 safe and alive. Aggressive. Can he really do this? He's looking at Anna. Zip forward from Freeze. Freeze a little low on the mana. There's a tombstone out from RTK. S4 down. Jerax out as well. 3 heroes down, no buyback. Anna surrounded by 4. He's going to fall. No tail goes in with the storm. Has to go straight, but he's trying to hit aggressive. The evasion is too strong. He can't get the hits through. OG, they've been picked up. Hex down. That's down as well. No tails out for the count. There's no buybacks available. And VG.J.
That's
They may have just done it here, Winter.
That is GG. What a comeback by VG.J there. Oh my god.
Incredible
There's
game.
no way OG holds here.
Fantastic team fights from both sides, but at the end of the day, VG.J, they just pulled the bigger ones out of the bag. FY with the Magnus plays. Switching around the rosters.
Magnus.
Will they do it again in game 3? Because there is certainly going to be one. GG is called by OG. VG.J. A fantastic recovery after game 1. ROTK getting a huge cheer from the crowd. I mean, he had a great game on the
Not every
Undying.
time when someone switches roles, you're like, oh, they're more or less screwed. Because you switch roles during an event. But
I mean, we may have
just
just witnessed a permanent role switch, Winter. They're never going back. Wow. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. I mean, game 3 between these 2 teams. It's going to be incredible. I mean, we talked about coming into game 2 how VG.J would react to game 1. How do you think OG is going to react to what happened here in this match in game 3?